What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jess from She Vibes, and Detroit Auto Parts is the official parts store of Red Line Radio. They have two convenient locations on the east side, East 200th Street. You'll call 216-531-7373, or the west side, Pearl Road, at 216-398-7373. Mention Red Line Radio and receive 10% off your purchase. And always remember, it's definitely a vibe.
Comedian Sean Boyd from Just Therapy. I got to talk to you about something important. Growing Wings Adult Services. You know, they're actually the official sponsor of the new state of the art Studio 2 for Redline Radio LLC. But Growing Wings Adult Services, they have been in business for 5 years. They have 5 years experience of working with adults with disabilities. If you need more information, you got to call my girl Lisa. Call her at 234-334-7547. Don't forget Growing Wings Adult Services, and make sure you ask for Lisa.
What's going on, everybody? It is Tim Buck 2 from Tim Buck Tuesday. And I really hate doing home improvement, but I love the way it looks. So what I do is I call Wiggins Construction and Home Improvement. They fix bathrooms, windows, kitchens, sliding doors, and much more. Give Will a call today at 440-731-7654 and tell him Redline sent you. He'll get your house looking right in no time. Yeah, that's right. You heard Timbuktu from Timbuk Tuesday, and you're hearing them again here at Club Pizzle. And man, I just destroyed the bathroom at Club Pizzle. So you know who I gotta call now? I'm gonna have to call Smith's Drain Service LLC. They are local drain cleaning experts, and after what I just did, we definitely need to clean. They specialize in main sewer lines, bathtubs, laundry lines, septic lines, kitchen sinks. I ain't do it in the kitchen sink, but everything else I did it's messed up. But they also clean floor drains, downspouts, and much, much more. They're family owned and operated. And that's the only thing I'm gonna need is a whole family to clean the bathroom after that. So if you need this type of service, go ahead, call Smith Drain Service today at 440-242-8704, and then make sure your drains get clean. Yo, Dave, I'm trying to go out to Vegas and get wasted. You know where I can go get something?
Tim, it's funny you should ask, man, because I got the perfect spot for you to go and get tore up from the floor up and get the best tequila in Vegas.
Say where? Where's that?
That is at the Rusty Spur Saloon.
Okay, say where? I'm trying to see what that be like.
Yeah, make sure you stop in there. Stop and see my homeboy Mike. Tell him that Redline Radio from Cleveland, Ohio sent you there.
Bet. I'm about to go see Mike right now.
They were voted the best hole-in-the-wall bar in Vegas. What's that spot name again?
The Rusty Spur Saloon, you said.
That's right. They are located in fabulous Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, yeah. That's the spot.
This is really gross, but dirty trash cans can pose a serious health risk to you and your family. The pungent smell can attract rats and flies, not to mention maggots, both of which can contain dangerous diseases transferable to humans. Your dirty trash can is susceptible to harboring dangerous bacteria. Contact Brandon at Fitz Trash Bin Cleaning today at 440-752-1533 or find them on Facebook. Veteran owned and operated and eco-friendly. Again, call Brandon at 440-752-1533.
Oh yeah. You can fade that too. I mean, if y'all want to hear the best theme song, podcast theme song, just go to your favorite DSP. It's there. All right, mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I want to welcome everybody into another episode of Club Pizzle. I am, of course, Pizzle, the Pie God, Uncle Don, all of those good names. I mean, I ain't gonna do the AKAs. That's my guy Lex. Shout out to my guy Lex. Oh man, what a week it's been. Before I get to my week, let me shout out our sponsors. Today's show is brought to you by One of One Sports Cars and Memorabilia. Located at 13221 Prospect Road in Strongsville, Ohio. Call them today at 440-638-4044 for all of your sports cars and memorabilia. I'm going to drive up one day. I'm going to have to make sure I got a full tank of gas. You know how I go. And also, big shout out to Lucy Shenanigans Seafood and Steakhouse. That's a hell of a name. Located at 2218 Broadview Road, Cleveland, Ohio. Michelle and the staff at Lucy's are always committed to giving their guests the best experiences. Join them Friday night for karaoke and, of course, for all of your hometown sports games. Contact them today at 216-675-0013.
Real quick, because somebody else said something, said something about the Randy Watson shirt.
Yeah, man.
The fact that they changed bad to good, hey, that's just perfect. That boy is good.
That boy good.
That boy is good.
That boy good. That's my guy, Dwight. What up, Dwight? $10 on the ones and twos. What is it? $10 if you nasty.
$10 if you nasty.
That is awesome, man. My week was cool. How was your week, man? My week was a week.
My week was good. Monday as hard as every other Monday. Tuesday was a little weird, but it wasn't bad. Wednesday was Wednesday, and today was amazing.
Why was today so amazing? Because you had munchies before we started the show?
And I destroyed that toilet that Smith needs to fix.
Hey man, we got company, man. We don't want to hear about you destroying the power thing. My wife is here with me today. She decided she wanted to come and join me today. I said, sure, come on up. She wanted to see the Pod God in action. She don't get to see me do my thing live and live in color in person. She's usually watching along with the rest of y'all out there. Let me thank y'all again for y'all continued support of this show. Y'all continued support of Redline Radio LLC. Shout out to Dave and shout out to Lee. I know they're probably having a shitty week because their Steelers are just as bad as my Browns are, even though their season was expected to be shitty. And the Cleveland Browns right now, oh my goodness gracious, the life, they stink. And not only do they stink, and I seen it in person. I went to the game last Sunday. I had a great seat. I was sitting in the dog pound, and I got to see live and in living color how bad Jacoby Brissett is. He is horrible. If Baker Mayfield looked bad, I just can't imagine. Jesus, man. Look, I'm going to say this. Everybody out there, y'all keep saying I see it every week. Everybody says Kevin Stefanski's fault. It's all Kevin Stefanski. It's him. It's not Kevin Stefanski. It's the quarterback. There's a reason why they went out and spent $250 million to get Deshaun Watson. There's a reason why they traded all of those draft picks for Deshaun Watson, because Once he gets back and once he gets his groove, this offense is going to be humming. They're not going to be able to stack 9 in a box on Nick Chubb. They're going to have to drop back in some zones. They're going to have to, because Kevin Stefanski is scheming the shit out of this offense. Those receivers, dog. I watched Donovan Peoples-Jones every single offensive possession, every one of Jacoby Brissett's 45 dropbacks Sunday. That dude was running wide open. It was to the point where I wanted to jump down there and grab a helmet and go out there and get it. I can throw the ball 20 yards down the field, maybe twice in a game, and then I would have to sit my ass down. But it was like, man, how many receivers are you going to miss? And I should have known how bad the game was going to be when this dude came out on the second play of the game and threw an interception. It's like, why the fuck are you like Jacoby Brissett? It's like, dude, know who the fuck you are. Know what you are. Know what you can do. You have no business throwing some of the passes that you throw. He gets outside of himself. And it seems like he's been getting significantly worse as the season goes on. I mean, he started off cool in Carolina. He had a good game in Carolina. And just going on, he's getting worse. The Atlanta game is like, all right, that could be rock bottom. And then the Chargers game comes. It's like, all right, maybe this is rock bottom. I hope this is rock bottom right here, where there's nowhere to go but up. But this dude, Sunday, 21 of 45, 266 yards, and a touchdown pass, which it got to a point where anytime they handed the ball off to Nick Chubb, who touched the ball, who got 12 carries, anytime Nick Chubb got the ball, the crowd gave off one of those, they call it a Bronx cheer, which is a very sarcastic cheer. It's like if the referees made a bad call or making bad calls and finally make a good call, they go our way. It's just like this sarcastic ass cheer. Yeah. And that's what it was. It just was so bad. It's like, all right, Jacoby Brissett, I know you're bad, but I didn't know you were this bad. No. I just couldn't believe how bad this dude looked. And Amari Cooper, Donovan Peoples-Jones, David Njoku, Harrison Bryant, Anthony Schwartz, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, everybody on that offense in those skill positions. I know deep down somewhere at their house, they got a calendar and they're Xing the days off for 4 to get back. Because I damn sure I'm doing that myself. And what makes a lot of this so much more frustrating is this was the week that we were initially supposed to get 4 back. This Patriots game was the last game that we were supposed to have a backup quarterback before the NFL decided to be assholes and appeal a decision over some shit that y'all set in place. Y'all let somebody do this only for y'all to go back and say, no, we're going to change this. So now we got 6 more games of this shit. No, 5 more games of this shit. I don't know how much more I can take, man. I'm just the bad passes, the bad decisions, the staring down receivers. We've watched this movie for 22 years. Started with Ty Detmer, going to Tim Couch, fucking Jeff Garcia, Derek Anderson, Charlie Fry, Spurgeon Wynn, Brandon Whedon, Brady Quinn, Kevin Hogan, Brian Hoyer, Kevin Hogan, Baker Mayfield. I left out a bunch of them, but y'all get my drift. I've been watching bad quarterback play.
Uncle Jeff played for them. The next door neighbor, Tommy.
My sister-in-law, baby cousin Tracy's brother. Shit. Everybody, like, it's ridiculous, man. I just can't. And no, Dave, that's not what it is. Oh yeah, he will. He will call better. Dad, Lou. Hey, Dave, stop. Cut it out, Dave. You lucky I didn't send Tim none of his side profile pictures. And he talking about he getting ready to go to Vegas. I swear to God, Dave is gonna be in Vegas in front of the Bellagio with his sunglasses on, gazing off into the sunset like this and shit with the side profile.
You have no idea how hard he's been name dropping this week. You like, yeah, Don Pizzle, that's my dude.
Shout out to Dave, man. His photographer played QB. Did he play for the Browns, and how good was he?
He got a great arm, great photo arm.
Can he play now? Shit. But no, it was, other than this game being so terrible and us getting our asses kicked by the Patriots, I had a great experience at the game. Shout out to my guy, Chris Cargile, on the assist with the ticket. We had great seats. We was in the dog pound. We were sitting next to a bunch of season ticket holders. It was this real drunk white girl. She was just, it wasn't even like, we got to our seats at like 12-ish, like almost close to kickoff. And when I say homegirl was wasted, I think homegirl had started drinking yesterday. And she was wasted. Like it was to the point, you know, when people get so drunk and then they continue to want to talk to you and you be trying to, and I'm a person, like when I'm done talking to you, I'm gonna turn away and I'm gonna focus my attention elsewhere. But she just kept going. And I'm looking at her dude like, hey, man, get your girl because she is wasted. And he was sitting over there looking like he was high out of his damn mind. So it was like we're kind of in a lose-lose situation. So I went on a beer run. So I'm going to say, I'm going to go get us some beers, but I'll be right back. He looked at me like, how you going to leave me like that? But no, the cool thing about being next to season ticket holders and being in a section where it's a bunch of season ticket holders, like you can tell, like everybody in the section, everybody's cool, everybody's talking. Hey, how are the kids? What are we doing? And, you know, they have their, their superstitions and all of that shit. But it was like it was almost a fight that broke out over by where we were at because some guy drunk, drunk Browns fans, drunk. And dog pound go hand in hand. It's not like the old dog pound. This new corporate shit is a whole lot different. But, the drunks carry over from old municipal to First Energy. But these guys got to arguing. And this dude was arguing about a seat. And this motherfucker was like 3 sections away from where he was supposed to be sitting at. So it was like real wild. And I'm looking and trying to watch the game and looking and trying to watch the game and trying not to be too nosy. Oops. Babe, what are we doing? What are you doing? The mics is hot. But, I'm trying not to be nosy. I'm trying to watch the game. But shit, drama just pop up. I'm like, damn, I can't get away from drama nowhere. I'm like, drunk. Like, white folks get drunk and just be stupid. Security came over there. And he showed the dude the tickets, and he like, dude, this is not even your section. Like, it was just, it was wow. And again, besides, the game being so shitty, great seats, met some cool people, went to the gift shop, and I basically stole some jerseys. They're Odell Beckham jerseys, but they're the authentic game jerseys. I got 2 of them. They were $15 a piece. I said, these is game jerseys. I said, this is the real, like, these are the on-field game jerseys, and you can tell by the sleeves on them. I might wear one of them in here. I mean, it's Odell, and I can take the nameplate off of the back of it, and I can put my own nameplate on there, so I'm winning.
So you're going to put Pizzle, or are you going to put him?
I got 2 jerseys, so one of them go say Pizzle, and the other one go say him. Method to the madness, baby. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Oh, we got Baltimore coming up Sunday. These next 2 games are big for the Browns. Baltimore. Hopefully we haven't, or the fans haven't given up, and a bunch of them will go down to Baltimore. And they're back home on Monday night against Cincinnati in another big division games. They have to win these division games. because by the time we get to that December game where Ford gets back, they might be out of the playoffs unless the division keeps playing as shitty as it is, because as of right now, we are a game behind Baltimore and Cincinnati, who are both 3-3. The Browns are sitting at 2-4, and the Steelers are sitting in the basement at 2-4. And why am I saying the Steelers are sitting in the basement at 2-4? Because the Browns beat them, so we hold the tiebreaker. So they're in, and they have to go back to Mitchell Trubisky, because I don't think Kenny Pickett is playing this week. I haven't seen anything. I know he's in concussion protocol, and usually when the guy's in concussion protocol, they're going to be out at least a game. So, and also with the Browns and this Ravens game, the status of Myles Garrett is up in the air. The status of Denzel Ward is in the air. The status of Jadeveon Clowney is in the air. Listen, I am so sick and tired of seeing Jadeveon Clowney's name in the injury report. Solomon Wilcox said something as I'm driving to the game. He said something about Jadeveon Clowney. Like, the dude is a freak. If he could draw a picture of a football player, he would look like Jadeveon Clowney, which is true. Like, there's a reason why he's been on 4 teams. The Browns being his 4th team. He can't stay healthy. Like, he has all of the ability in the world. He has the measurables. He has the speed. He has the strength. He does a great job in run support. But dude, stay on the field. The best, what is the old saying? The best ability is availability. And dude, you don't be available. Same thing with Denzel Ward, $100 million man. I mean, yeah, you got your bag, you do what you do, but you got to stay healthy, my brother. Like, what the fuck? Like, if it's not one thing, if it's not a hamstring with Denzel, it's a calf muscle. If it's not a calf muscle, it's a shoulder injury, because you want to dip shoulders. You want to dip your shoulder and try to hit a 235-pound running back or a 260-pound tight end, and you only weigh $175 soaking wet. I weigh 175 pounds. In the words of the great Deion Sanders, these shoulders aren't made for tackling, they're made for clothes. Denzel, use that. I'm about sick of Joe Woods. I've had enough of Joe Woods, and sitting there, and it's so different being at the game and seeing certain things. Like, I watch the all 22 view, and I'm like, it's bad, but seeing it in person makes it even worse. Some of the, like, if I can see which receiver that the quarterback is going to throw to from where I'm sitting at, I know quarterbacks are salivating. Like, all right, they're dropping back. We know which routes we're going to run. And the New England Patriots, listen, I don't know anybody on the New England Patriots outside of Matt Judon. Mac Jones didn't play. So their receivers, don't know any of them. The running back that played, that was running asshole naked wide on him, I didn't know him. I just know it's like, damn, this is a big dude. Like, he built like a bowling ball. But it was sickening. It was sickening. Joe Woods, if he makes it to the bye week, I'll be surprised. If they come out these next 2 weeks and they get their asses lit up, Joe Woods got to go. He got to. It's either
your ass is fired.
Shout out to Dub. He needs to make some adjustments. Your corners, all of your corners, Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams, Greg Newsome, Martin Emerson Jr., they're all press man corners. Let them do that. As a coach, as a defensive coach, I'll live with getting beat and my guys is playing man to man. I can live with that. I'm fine with that. All right. Pick a guy, line up against him, follow him all day. If you get beat, you get beat. You're not going to get beat every time. But those zones is ridiculous, especially with the miscommunication with guys. Grant Delpit is out of position so much, and I like Grant Delpit. I do. I like Grant Delpit, but Jesus Christ, man, you got to get your shit together. All right, man. I'm. This is a depressing week with Cleveland sports because not only do the Browns look like shit, the Cleveland Guardians choked a 2-1 lead. Everybody was so excited Saturday night. Everybody was excited, got the walk-off win. Oh, we're up 2-1. We up 2-1. We get a home game to close this thing out.
Did they really choke though?
Yeah, they choked.
Were they
choked.
supposed to be there?
They were there. They won 92 games this year. They were supposed to be there. They got there. And yes, youngest team in Major League Baseball. A lot of those guys are, it's brand new, but once you get to a certain point, you get a certain amount of at-bats. By the time you win a playoff series, you're supposed to be there. And they were there. They choked. That's the bottom line. And congratulations to them. Salute to them. I'm happy that those guys got that far. Make this a building block, especially with a young team like that. They're going to continue to get better. And listen, all of y'all, a lot of people were out there posting and talking about, oh, well, they rained it out so the Yankees pitchers could get rest, as if we don't have the same fucking pitchers, as if Terry Francona didn't pitch his bullpen in game 4 at all. Those guys were ready to rock. We just lost, and the bats fell asleep at the wrong time. And Giancarlo Stanton's bat finally woke up. I ain't heard Giancarlo Stanton hit a home run since he came to New York, honestly. And I know he's hit home runs, and he had like 30-something this year or whatever. But you just don't hear about him anymore. But, it is what it is, man. I can't even say I'm upset because it's baseball, and the Yankees are the Yankees.
Even though I hate them.
I don't hate them. Jeter was my guy. I love Jeter. How can you not love a dude like Jeter, whose starting lineup is like the greatest starting lineup of women that you could ever see?
I ain't mad at Jeter. Jeter, I do mess with Jeter.
All of the women that he retired to. That Yankee dynasty. If you look, like, how could you hate it? This is the thing about sports fans. Everybody hates a dynasty unless you're the dynasty. Like, everybody hates the Golden State Warriors until you're the Golden State Warriors. You know what I'm saying? People hated the 49ers. Well, they claimed it. A lot of people claim they love the 49ers, but they hated the Cowboys. It's like they're the fucking same. Like, they both running. They're winning. Everybody hates a winner unless it's your team. I've come to respect the winners. Is that my wife talking? Yeah. But good luck to the Guardians next year. I'll just say that. Good luck to them next year. Hopefully they can get a bat or two in here, or a couple of those young guys hit the weight room and develop and get some bats, because Jose needs a little bit of help. The pitching is always going to be there. The pitchers are going to be lights out. Bieber and what's the skinny black dude name? I always forget his name, but he get busy. That dude, me and that dude weigh the same, and he like 6'8". And I think I weigh more than him. But he's a stick figure, but he can pitch. But again, man, good luck. Congratulations to the Cleveland Guardians on a hell of a season. It was a hell of a ride for them. And we'll see. And to top off the depressing week to be a Cleveland sports fan, the Cleveland Cavaliers opened their season up last night to a whole lot of excitement But they lose the game, and not only do they lose the game, they lose Darius Garland for the second half of that game. And the reports coming out of Cleveland is Darius Garland is going to be out for a couple of days. He got poked in his eye. They're going to reevaluate it. Hopefully he's there for the home opener, because I'm going to the home opener Sunday. And I'm also
going to be in my comedy show.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss that, bro. I'm sorry. I got to go to the home opener. But I'll be there October 29th. I'll be there. That's a big show. Unapologetically funny. You ain't on that one, is you?
Nah, I'm not. But it's still a fire lineup. We got Kevin Kwan.
What's the show you on? I thought you was on the first one.
Yeah, I was on the first one. But this one is going to be Kevin Kwan, Sister Lou, Tsunami with a little T, Willie Santiago, Key Silly, hosted by Tyrone Gaines.
Hey, man, I got a question. Why the fuck Lex got his tongue out on there looking like motherfucking... Hey, he do look like Puff Daddy, though. That was funny.
That shit was hilarious. I almost got shot for it, and I said it was so worth it.
Hey, those are some funny laughs on there. But the Cavs, last night, watching that game, you can see my biggest issue with the Cavs last night, my biggest and my only issue, I have two of them. Their floor spacing in the first half, just like them dudes was stepping over each other, and the floor balance was a little bit off. And I guess that comes with, the lack of Mobley playing in the preseason. And speaking of Mobley, I don't like him catching the ball out so high. I'm old school on the basketball side. I want my 7-footer in the paint getting busy. I feel like Shaq. Like the 7-footers get down in the paint. They're not Evan Mobley cannot be stopped. He's unguardable in the paint. He's 7 feet. Dribble, take a couple dribbles, drop step, each shoulder. Go get yours. Go get busy. Jared Allen, I almost forgot that he was there last night. Donovan Mitchell showed up. Spider was there. And it still feels like damn, we really got Donovan Mitchell. I was like that when I went to the preseason game last week, and I'm like that just watching him on the court. And y'all wanted to keep Colin Sexton. Fuck out of here. Wishing Darius Garland a speedy recovery. Hopefully he gets back. Hopefully this eye issue isn't a big issue. Also, the NBA opened up. I mean, there's a couple of games currently on, but pretty much everybody opened up last night outside of the doubleheader on Tuesday, which the Boston Celtics opened up and beat the shit out of Philly. And the Golden State Warriors beat the shit out of the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James, my guy, the greatest of all time, one of my favorite players of all time. Just work on yourself, King. Just go break the scoring record, because the Lakers aren't going anywhere. LeBron, AD, and Russell Westbrook combined for like 78 points or something like that. And they still lost by damn near 20. Rob Pelinka, and I don't want to call for people's jobs, but dude, you don't deserve that job. They need a GM that's gonna do right by LeBron. How do you have LeBron James and you fumble it? Oh wait, Dan Gilbert had him twice and he fumbled. Well, the first time around he fumbled, and we got a championship out of the second time. But you go through this whole entire offseason to not get any shooting around LeBron and AD and Westbrook, and you know what those guys do. Where are the shooters? That 2020 team that won the championship was perfect, but he had to go and break it up. You had Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. You had Danny Green. You had all of these shooters around LeBron James. Now, LeBron is going to go and get his 27, 8, and 9. AD can get 25 and 10 if he wants to. Russell Westbrook, as a third option, if Russell's giving me 18 as the third option, I'm cool with that. I can live with that. But your other role players, they ain't it. Lonnie Walker, you ain't it. Who the fuck else? I'm just looking at these dudes like, this is horrible. And as somebody who roots for and supports the Lakers, this is brutal. I don't like this. I don't. Like, you're wasting LeBron. You are. You're wasting LeBron when it can be fixed. And it's like Charles Barkley said. Charles Barkley said it, like, Russell Westbrook don't look like Russell Westbrook. He doesn't look like he's having fun playing ball. Like, he might say that he's okay, but Russell body language don't lie. He's not playing with the joy and the reckless abandon that he's used to playing with. So just go on and trade him to Indiana and send Miles Turner and Buddy Hield to the Lakers, even though that'll probably only help them get to like the 7th seed and still in the fucking play-in, because they're just that they're bad. Other teams, I got a little bit of glimpse of the Denver Nuggets last night. They looked like shit in the first half of their game against Utah, but they played a whole lot better in the second half. They just dug themselves such a big hole that they couldn't climb all the way out of it. They were down like almost 30 at halftime. I don't give a fuck who you are. Even the Golden State Warriors, well, they come back from 30 and win by 30 because of the third quarter blitz, and that's what the difference was. You gonna count on one thing for the Golden State Warriors, they're gonna whoop your ass in the third quarter. Who else was I watching yesterday? I saw a little bit of Dame Lillard in Portland. Whatever. Y'all might as well just enter the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes. The Grizzlies, Ja Morant is Ja Morant. Luka Doncic is sickening. That dude should average 40. But they lost their game. They were up 20 and lost. See, that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, the NBA is so weird. Chris Paul looks old. CP don't look like CP no more. He doesn't. Shit, man. You know what? We're gonna do Pizzle's picks and we get the fuck out of here, man. I'm ready to go. I want to get this day and I want to get this weekend out of the way because a brother is finally moving back to day shift on Monday. So anybody, if y'all anybody has some shows and shit during the week, I might pull up. Y'all might see me, y'all might not see me. I ain't gonna say I'm coming. I'm gonna just pop up. Y'all see me, y'all see me. Last college football last week was oh man, what a week in college football last week. It was some great games. Alabama and Tennessee played a classic. What a game. By the way, before we get, what did you end up doing Sweetest Day? Anything fun?
I loved myself. I was here. I was here. Technically, I had dinner with someone here.
Oh, well, you gotta have dinner somewhere.
She was purty.
She was purty. All right, man. Way to go, man. My man. Me and the wife went out to eat. Had me a steak. Had me a nice big ass steak.
4 times the steak.
Ooh, this game is getting down to the nitty gritty. But yeah, my Sweetest Day was cool. You know, the wife, we ate. She got me some Haribo gummy bears. Fellas, if your girl couldn't get you some a bag of gummy bears, just work on yourself, man. She gave them shits to somebody else. For real. let's get to these Pizzles picks so we can get the fuck out of here. So Saturday noon, the Cincinnati Bearcats, ranked number 21, travel to take on SMU. I'm picking Cincinnati. Cincinnati's flying under the radar this year, probably because, you know, they've already lost the game and nobody really expected them to be as good as they were last year to make the playoff. But for them to only be ranked 21, you know, they should have been preseason ranked higher. I don't give a fuck. You know, they finished. I think the way you finish, where you finish at should be where you start. I think that's how it should be, but you can't tell the NCAA shit. They're a bunch of goofballs over there. The Toledo Rockets travel to take on the Buffalo Bulls. I'm going with Toledo. Toledo is a program that I really don't have to watch them to know what they do. And I can peek out a game and be like, oh, okay, yeah, this is what they do. And they're going to run it and they're going to be, you know, they're going to win 8, 9, sometimes 10 games a year. This is what they do. Ole Miss travels to take on LSU. Something is telling me to pick LSU, but I trust Lane Kiffin and I trust Ole Miss in that offense and that team for them to go 8-0 and make the SEC East I think they're in the West. Wherever they are. Like it's crowded. The SEC is crowded, man. Between Georgia being undefeated, Tennessee still undefeated, Alabama is still Alabama. LSU is there 5-2. Auburn isn't that good this year, but the SEC is crowded. I just saw something where they were saying is it a possibility that 3 SEC teams can make the playoff this year. So it'll be they're saying Bama, Georgia, Tennessee, and fucking Ohio State will be the will be the 4 in the playoff, which is possible. But I'm picking Ole Miss to win that game. Saturday 3:30. This should be a good one out in the Pac-12. UCLA takes on Oregon. I'm picking UCLA. I think Chip Kelly has got it. Number 20, Texas travels to take on number 11, Oklahoma State. I'm picking Texas. I think Texas is almost back. They got Clint Ewers back and they're humming. The Memphis Tigers travel to take on the Tulane Green Wave. I'm gonna pick Tulane just because they're at home and they're 6-1 and they appear to be a pretty hot topic. The BYU Cougars travel to take on Liberty. You know what? I'm gonna pick Liberty to win this game. I mean, shit, they're at home. This is a big spot for them. They're on TV. You know, people will be watching. So I'm gonna pick Liberty to win this one. Minnesota travels to take on Penn State. I'm gonna pick Penn State to win that one.
The nippy touchers.
Stop it. You wrong for that. You are absolutely wrong. Central Florida travels to take on East Carolina. I'm picking Central Florida to win that game. It's just funny how a coach leaving can affect what you do. Because since Scott Frost left Central Florida, they've had pretty much the same record and been maybe 1 or 2 losses a year, but nobody's talking about it. Nobody gives a fuck about them. It's crazy. It's like Deion Sanders. Like the moment Deion Sanders leaves Jackson State, all of the attention is going to go away from him. Kansas State travels to take on TCU. I'm going to go with TCU. That game is in prime time, and that game is going to be on Fox on Saturday night. I'm going to pick TCU to win that game. It's going to be a good game. There's going to be a lot of purple in that game. I wonder which kind of uniforms TCU is going to wear for that game. And those are the college picks. Let's get to these pro picks. How bad was my week last week? I think I had a shitty week last week. How bad was it? Yeah, I had a pretty... No, I did pretty good last week. It wasn't bad. But let's get to this week. The Thursday night game, I picked the Cardinals to beat the Saints, and the Cardinals are currently winning 28-14. That's crazy. This game going into halftime has more points in it than like the last 3 Thursday night games. Poor Amazon. Y'all first year, and they got a bunch of dud games. Al Michaels is like, I came out of retirement for this shit. I know he's pissed. Sunday, 1 o'clock, the Falcons travel to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to pick the Bengals. I don't want to, but I'm going to pick them. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. The Detroit Lions travel to take on the Dallas Cowboys. I'm picking the Cowboys. Dak will be back. By the way, speaking of, I'm gonna get this last point off about the Browns and how y'all making up excuses for Jacoby Brissett being a backup quarterback. Cooper Rush is a backup quarterback, and that dude outside of this last game against the Eagles has been balling. And the Browns got our ass, and we got our ass kicked by a rookie third string quarterback. So that backup quarterback shit, nope, not doing it. No, fuck that. Let it go. The Indianapolis Colts travel to take on the Tennessee Titans. This should be a good game, but I'm going to pick Tennessee. I think Derrick Henry gets on track. I think Ryan Tannehill gets on track because if he don't get on track, Malik Willis is breathing down his throat, and he's going to not have that job, and Mike Vrabel will pull him. So we're going to go there with that. The Green Bay Packers travel to take on the Washington Commanders. I'm going to go with Green Bay. I really hope the Commanders lose every fucking game from here on out. Them and the Texans. I'm trying not to root against people, but the Commanders, what a piece of shit franchise with a piece of shit owner. Dan Snyder is a piece of shit. For you to come out and say, y'all can't fuck with me, I got dirt on all of y'all. Ain't that some Nino Brown shit? Don't that remind you of Nino Brown?
I do a little bit, actually.
If I'm going down, everybody gonna go down. It's some bullshit. I mean, whatever, man. I hope they lose all of their games, and I hope they trade us Deron Payne at the trade deadline because we need some defensive line. We need the help on the defensive line in the interior. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to take on the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay to win this game because if Tom Brady loses another game, he's going to be out there playing without an offensive line. Did you see the way he was yelling at his offensive line last week? It was so funny.
He was talking to them like he was their dad or something.
Like I didn't leave. Like I didn't leave my wife to come back for y'all to play like this.
That shit was hilarious.
I don't know if that's what he said, but the way he was yelling at him and the way he was pointing at him, I think that's what he was saying. Like, I sacrificed my marriage to come back and play with y'all. I mean, because it's wild. But you know what? They call him passionate, but if Lamar Jackson was to do that shit, they would call him a distraction. I ain't gonna say if Russell. Well, fuck Russell Wilson. We'll get to that. The New York Giants travel to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm gonna pick the Giants to win this game. The Giants are surprisingly 5-1. Saquon Barkley is second in rush behind Nick Chubb, and Danny Dimes. He looks like the name. He looks like his nickname. Go ahead, Danny Dimes. The Browns travel to take on the Ravens. I'm picking Baltimore, and I hope I'm wrong. I just do. I hope I'm wrong, but we don't look good. And we got a lot of guys out, and Wyatt Teller might be out too. So I really hope that I'm wrong. The New York Jets travel to take on the Denver Broncos. I'm picking the Jets because the Broncos suck. Russell Wilson is playing like shit. Russell Wilson is playing like he left Sierra to go and play in Denver. He's playing like his fucking marriage is on the line, right? The Houston Texans travel to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't think anybody. I feel bad for whoever is going to this game, whoever is watching this game, because both of these teams are playing pretty bad. Y'all know how I feel about the Houston Texans. I hope they lose them all. Fuck that franchise. I'm picking the Raiders. Sunday, 4:25, the Seattle Seahawks travel to take on the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm picking the Chargers to win that game. I think the Chargers are on track, and they're ready. Keenan Allen comes back healthy. It's all systems go. The Kansas City Chiefs travel to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Now, this is a game I'm going to be paying attention to before I go to the home opener, the Cavs home opener. I'm picking the Chiefs to win this game. I believe in Patrick LaVon Mahomes. He had a bad pass against Buffalo last week, and he's going to make up for it. He's going to tear the 49ers the fuck up. I ain't going to hold you. This is disgusting. Sunday night, the Pittsburgh Steelers traveled to Miami to take on the Miami Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa is back. I should get some money for saying that dude's name right. Him and Giannis, people should give me money for getting those names right. I'm picking the Dolphins to win this game because I'm never picking the Steelers.
It's just funny to me. You was like, ew.
It's disgusting. Like these night games this year have been horrible, man. Like they've been Jake. And speaking of Jake, look at this Monday night fucking matchup we got here. The Chicago Bears travel to take on the New England Patriots. I'm gonna pick New England. I think they saying Mac Jones might be back, but I'm still picking them. And that is Pizzle's picks. Ooh, this game is down to the nitty gritty. Look at the pass with the Embiid with the bad pass. Last night, Mary J. Blige was here. Yay. My wife went.
Said I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna shed no tears.
This was the motherfucking auntie convention downtown at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse last night, boy. All the aunties was out in their thigh-high boots and their leggings and their jeans and their heels. It smelled like white diamonds and love spell in that motherfucker last night. That's one guarantee. That was a guarantee, and I guarantee half of the women drove home barefoot. They got up out of them heels last night. As soon as they got to the car, they was all in there dancing. They was in there doing their Mary J. Blige dance. They was doing the dance steps to Real Love. I guarantee you, they was driving home barefoot.
Yeah, hooperating, hollerating, or whatever she said.
In this dancery. And that's why they feet hurting. They called off of work. They couldn't go to work because they feet hurting. My wife went, though. My wife was looking real good last night when she went. I'm glad everybody had a good time. I seen a lot of, I swear, like, my news feed, all the women, like, guys, if y'all wanted to go pick up a woman, all you had to do was go stand outside of Rocket Mortgage. All of the women's was down there. But nobody at no bars last night. Like, ladies' nights, all the lady night bars, it was full of a bunch of thirsty niggas looking for all the ladies. Like, y'all came to the wrong place. They all down there at Rocket Mortgage, dog. I don't get you one. All right, man, I'm getting the hell out of here, man. I know I got some time, but I'm getting the hell out of here. Tune in next week, man. I have 4 tickets to give out to the Cleveland Stars, the NBA, the Cavs G League affiliate. I have 4 tickets to give out to their home opener. Just 2 throughout the week. We'll figure out a way which I get those tickets. Oh, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Again, man, thank you for y'all continued support of this show, of this platform, and of Redline Radio LLC. Don't worry, I'm not going to go Kanye West. I'm not going to say anything that's going to get me canceled.
George Bush doesn't like black people.
That was about the last thing that he said that was right. Anyway, man, always protect your peace, protect your energy. The message is more important than the messenger. And creators, be great. Stay positive, because negative energy is trash.